everyone, today's video is going to be 25 spring DIYs. Before we get into that, I like to play this game on my channel where I try to guess your name, and here are the list of names that I've guessed in previous videos. And here are today's names: Addie, Jersey, Conrad, Jaya, Harley, Corina, Joanna, Nazreen, Talia, and Dakota. If you haven't seen your name yet, just leave a comment down below with your name and you just might see it in the next video. Today's notification shout out goes to Raj Deep. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but you guys, she seriously left the nicest comment and I see her commenting on pretty much every single video, so huge shout out to her. If you want a shout out in the next video, all you have to do is turn on my post notifications, which is the bell beside the subscribe button, and just leave a comment saying that you did so. As always, the links to these DIYs are going to be listed in the description box. The purpose of these videos is to share with you guys DIYs that you probably haven't seen before, and these are just some fun spring projects that you can do with your friends, family, by yourself. I got you. I'm gonna have some DIY videos linked down below of different DIYs that I did last spring, because this is an ideas video and I know that some people prefer the other format, so if you're more into that, I will have those videos linked down below. Alright, so give this video a thumbs up if you have a thumb, and let's get into it. Jelly bean candy bark. When I saw this, I wanted to include it first on the list because I thought that it was just so cute. I haven't seen jelly bean bark before. It's definitely something that's super gourmet, so if you're having a party, your friends will be very impressed. Lego planter. So total shout out to the person who created this idea because I think that it is so creative, so out there. You could use real succulents if you want to, but you could also just go to the dollar store and get fake ones. Drippy clay planter. This is super cute. You can make a whole bunch of different colored ones, and this is actually a perfect gift idea as well. Spring egg wall art. It's crazy to say, but Easter is just around the corner, and this is a very unique way to bring eggs into your room decor. A lot of the times people will paint eggs and then just put them in a bowl, but this is really cool because you're actually putting it on your wall, and I'm all about that. Painted rock rainbow. Now you could totally commit to this DIY and pick out a bunch of rocks and just paint them and actually make this rainbow, but if you don't want to, I thought that it was actually a really cute idea to just paint rocks a simple color like this. You don't even have to do a crazy amount of designs, but even just having a really cute white bowl and having all these purple rocks in it, that's cheap and cute. Painted rainbow tray. Now I live in a condo, so this DIY doesn't really make much sense for me personally, but if you live in a house and you have a garden, this is extremely cute. I love it how all the rocks are white and then you have that just kind of pop of neon blue. Spring iPhone wallpaper. So on this website they have a bunch of different designs that are really pretty. Some are simplistic, some are more out there, but something that these designs all have in common is that they're all colorful, and I feel like color is definitely something that just kind of represents spring. Hello Spring fabric art. If you clicked on this video looking for some different room decor ideas, this is the one for you because it is so easy. And the great thing about this DIY is that you can use any kind of fabric you want, any kind of colored letters. It's very versatile. Candy flower pops. If you're gonna be throwing a party, I think that this is a great thing to make as party favors, or you can just make these and give it to your friends, because personally if someone gave this to me, I would be super stoked because they're really cute. Spring floral wreath. Now there were a ton of these online, so if this one doesn't really resonate with you but you like the whole idea, I would just definitely do a quick Google search. I feel like when we think of wreaths, we think of Christmas, but there are so many cute wreaths with just flowers, a lot of greenery, and if you want this to last for a long time, you can just use fake flowers from the dollar store. Edible chocolate bowls. These bowls are very dainty and pretty, and I think that maybe if you're going to be serving ice cream to people, or if you want to make some really cute little gift baskets, I think that this is also a great option. And personally, I love the rim of gold. I feel like it just kind of takes it up a notch. Flower-based wall art. This is another super simple DIY that pretty much everyone can make. All you have to do is draw a vase and frame it, and then you can add in a physical flower, or you can get a fake flower. Flower embroidered phone case. Personally, I don't really collect iPhone cases. I'm not really into them like I know a lot of other people are. But if you are a person who loves creating iPhone cases, this is a DIY that I haven't seen before, and it is gorgeous. Marbled pancakes. So if you want to go all out for breakfast one day, I think that these are a really great option. They're very pretty. I chose a picture of the pancakes being stacked, but there's a lot of pictures of them just kind of face down, and you can see the marble better. Herb planters. I think that spring is a great time to grow your own herbs or herbs, however you want to pronounce it, and it's a lot cheaper. I know that I've made a lot of recipes and I'll buy herbs and then they'll just kind of sit in my fridge and go bad, so it's a lot more cost effective to grow your own. Perfume roll-on. Perfume scents can be very expensive, so this is a great option for you if you're trying to save money and you just kind of want to do a cute DIY. The bottle is very, very pretty on this one, and you can choose whatever flowers you want to go inside. Embroidered magnets. I know that some people love to just decorate their fridge with all these different magnets, so if you are one of those people, this is a great option. And these magnets will add a little tiny detail to your kitchen that will just make it more spring. Bunny soap. There's always a ton of really cute soap DIYs online, and a lot of these different gourmet soap shops can be very expensive, so this could be a great option. You can make a whole batch of these and then you could gift it to your family and friends. Blue china tea eggs. I have to say, I think that this is definitely my favorite DIY on the list. I think that it's so elegant and beautiful, and I'm also a fan of tea, so if someone made these to me and they gifted them, I would be so impressed. I'd be so excited. So if you have someone in your life who has a birthday around Easter and they're really into tea, this is a great option. Cheap cupcakes. This DIY is definitely a favorite for me in comparison to all the other ones on the list because I think that these are so freaking adorable. If I had an Easter party and I wanted to put in that effort, I would 100% create these. Tropical leaf Easter eggs. So this is definitely more of a display, and I think that it's a really pretty room decor piece to put on a coffee table, to put on a dining table, and it's a really unique way to decorate eggs because when you think of eggs, you don't necessarily think of like a tropical location, so it's kind of a different concept, but I totally feel like it works. Tie-dye cheesecake Easter eggs. These are beautiful. I want to eat them right now. This is totally a food item that everyone would want to take a picture of. Hot air balloon Easter baskets. When I was growing up, my mom would always have an Easter basket on the table with all these different Easter eggs, and she would just buy the Easter baskets from the dollar store, as would I. But this DIY is definitely taking it up a notch. I haven't seen anything like it before, and I think it's super creative. Kaity Easter eggs. This is a great idea to design your eggs, and if you have a big family, you could just make a bunch of these. You can add your siblings, your parents, your grandparents, your dog, your cat, your fish. Everyone gets a kite. Matcha moss cupcakes. Now matcha isn't a flavor that I really like. Sometimes I'll have it for the caffeine benefits, but it's not something that I would have as a dessert, but I know that some people do really like that, so I think that this is a really creative idea. I actually just like the DIY for the look of it. I think that it is so cute because it looks like a bunny, it's just chilling in its natural habitat, which is a cupcake. Love it. I've also put out a ton of other 25 DIY videos, and those will be linked down below as well as on the screen. And yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!